CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
She better not leave me and go after Hollywood. She got the best pudding in the neighborhood. She's my baby. She can drive a truck. She can drive.
Welcome back, Daily Show, smacking you in the face on a Tuesday, 10:47. Little bit of change. Lucas Admire in studio. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, CJ, I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Is it warming up out there?
It's starting to.
Man, my freaking hairspray fell out. It's been a bad morning. Looking like I already lived 4 lives today. But, you know, always good to talk about solar. We do it quite a bit on this show. And Sun Solar, man, I was learning a little bit last week. And I'll be honest, we did not do any background normally like we do for every interview I do. And looking at this portfolio, from Mercy Hospital to Prime Trucking, O'Reilly, Big Shots Golf, I mean, just in time after time, some Army Reserve Center. You guys are off to the races over there.
Some good work. Yeah, you don't get that number one in Missouri without it.
So, you know, this is really cool. So you guys have 10,000 solar panel installations with 12 years in business. And what's solar looking like right now on the Missouri side of things?
In Missouri, solar's huge, and it's picking up a lot of ground. So in Illinois, they offer what's called an SRAC, which is the State Renewable Energy Credit. Now, Missouri hasn't quite caught up with the trend in that respect, but they're headed there. So right now, what Missouri is offering is a one-to-one buyback program on their net metering, which is essentially, if you look at it, kind of like rollover minutes with AT&T.
So Missouri's doing that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, because I know Illinois is changing their one-to-one 2025.
Yes, sir.
That's
turning into more of a wholesale thing.
Yeah.
And so what that means kind of for consumers in Illinois is if you go solar prior to December 13th, which I think is what the date is now, they just updated it from the 31st, you'll get grandfathered into that one-to-one buyback. So you'll have that kind of through the rest of the time. I think you're grandfathered in for 30 years. But what's happening is they're turning it into a more of a wholesale buyback program after that date passes. So what will be happening essentially is what they're doing right now is what you store on there, they buy from you for market value, what it's worth, and then they sell it back to you at 1-for-1 ratio.
Oh, okay.
Right? Basically what's going to be happening is they're going to be applying a delivery fee on those solar credits.
Right.
Basically what that means is you'll still be using the same electricity that you produced and you contributed to the grid, but now you're going to be paying that delivery fee to Ameren, which is where all our electric bills have been going up.
Really interesting. Well, in this point of the year, what's it look like for you guys at Sun Solar? Because I know that, you know, weather changing can mean a lot of things, and maybe roofing projects in December aren't the thing to do. What's it kind of look like? Or is it conversations about spring already? Is it conversations about summer? Because, I mean, a solar man is not, you know, going and buying a car somewhere.
Right.
You know, this is a bigger decision, but a good decision for so many people. Does it take some time whenever you're working with clients?
Really and truly, if it's something somebody thinks about, the way I kind of like to explain it is more or less it's an IQ test. If you're able to get enough solar panels on your roof to produce the electricity you need, you're almost guaranteed to save money. If not day one, after year 5, there's no way.
Right.
With a bill that's not going up, it's not gonna can't compare to an electric bill that's continually increasing on you. Coming into the winter seasons, yes, we do slow down a bit. Obviously everybody's just out there, the sun's shining, it's hot, it's kind of on your mind. But I mean, we still do a lot of business. Haven't slowed down really yet. What I've seen just over my time in the industry is kind of what happens is people do lean back. They look into it, they like to talk about it, but they don't really like to dive into the project.
Right.
Winter's kind of more sit around the fire and don't go outside and don't worry about it kind of deal. But no, I mean, people are coming, and with that net metering changing, at least in Illinois on December 13th, a lot of people have been real apt to kind of jump on the train.
So tell me about this Tesla roof, because I've been wanting to know more about this. And it's one of your sections of the web. So you guys do install the Tesla roof.
We do the Tesla roofs.
Okay. These seem a little bit more expensive of a product.
Yeah, they definitely are. And actually we had
but it seems really cool.
They're super sick. So the way they work is they redo your entire roof. right? So the shingles themselves are the actual solar panels. So on one side, they'll put shingles that are just kind of like regular shingles, but look like the solar panels. And then on the other side, the southwest facing side, they do an entire roof of
Really
these
cool.
Tesla shingles. I was actually at a meeting in Springfield this past week, and got to sit down with a guy who I was able to pick his brain on it and learn a little bit more, but I've still got a bit of ways to go on the Tesla roof itself because
Well, it's brand new. I mean, this thing is like smoking hot, brand new.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's absolutely sick.
That's cool.
It is.
So okay, like with roofs and stuff, this is where I find it so interesting because solar's going to keep evolving. It's just seeing where it kind of takes off next. And now with the roof, is it one of those things? Because I know with people wanting to put solar on the roof, you got to have a roof that's not 20 years old. Correct?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, you definitely need to have some structural integrity left in your roof. Typically, 4 to 5 years old. I'm happy to see what we can do and try and get them up there and get them on. Anything over that, it's all right. Okay, let's kind of do a little bit more in-depth survey of the roof. Make sure that we're not already going in and drilling into something that's got pre-existing damage.
Right.
Because that's just going to be a liability on our end. Now, we are fully insurance, licensed and insured. And basically what that means is on the off chance something were to happen, we're fully liable and take complete responsibility for that, just like a roofing company.
And man, I'll be honest with you, because solar's a big deal on on the show and everything that we talk about when it comes to energy. But it's one of those where you got to be so careful about solar companies, because you get those jerks that come into town that aren't licensed in the. I mean, they're licensed in Florida. They know there's a hailstorm, so they go and knock on your door.
Bunch of guys from Utah,
right? Everything you'll never see again. They make you sign the contract, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then you're lucky if those panels even go up.
And they aren't going to nine times.
And that's actually that was how I got introduced into the solar industry.
Really? Okay, this is fascinating.
Yeah, so I did work with one of those fly-by-night solar companies.
No way! I've always wanted to talk to somebody. Okay, now I'm checking off a box today. How does that work?
Man, dude, I would go all over the country and just knock on doors.
Okay.
So I've worked everywhere from Yuba City, California to Virginia Beach, Virginia, everywhere in between.
Wow, fascinating. Okay, this is cool.
And that was the reason that I am so happy to be with Sun Solar is after that experience, because I was a part of 30 deals that never got installed. Oh. And it was because this company they subcontract in every market. They use somebody else to install their panels. So all they are is a sales organization. So they have no hand in the operations department side of it, right?
They wipe their hands clean right afterwards.
All they do is here's a contract and they send it off to somebody else and they have nothing to do with it ever again. And I mean, if you're from Utah and you come out here and you want to knock on doors and that's how you want to get by, that's good on you. But me personally, selling solar to my friends and family, dude, those panels need to go up. We're trying to save some money.
Well, that's why dude, what a great conversation, because we always talk about that. Like, we have, partners in solar here on this show and on RiverBender, and it's like one of those things where it gets a bad rap, but to hear that, I mean, because I've always wanted to talk to somebody that's done that. And I mean, now that you've had both sides of that solar coin of, the good, bad, the ugly, what's it like working with a Sun Solar, I mean, who obviously has the portfolio and a half, to really, do these jobs. I mean, it's got to be a night and day difference.
It's phenomenal, man, and I feel absolutely to be almost blessed to have been approached by Sun Solar, because they actually came to me, and one of the first things that I said to one of my managers the other day was, guys, so yeah, my commissions aren't as high working with Sun Solar,
right?
But on the back end, they take care of everything. I've got a project coordinator that I work personally with that makes sure everything is getting done on time, getting done properly, going through the homeowners to make sure that they're checking off on everything. They provide me with all the resources that I need, and that's the one thing that some of these fly-by-night door-to-door companies don't do. They just like, hey, you got a cell phone? Download this app. Go knock on some doors, and then they pay you a bunch of money, but that's because there was no overhead for them. They literally did nothing but send you out, get you to sign a contract, and then subcontract that out.
Well, and then, I mean, honestly, it just goes, I mean, it's like you just hit it on the head. It's like, you know, you're selling to your friends and family. You don't want to have that hanging over your head. And whenever you're selling this type of solar, man, I mean, this is...
Yeah, it's a $60,000 investment.
God dang, yeah. But, I mean, with Sun Solar, I mean, when we're talking Tesla roofs and all that, that's one thing I haven't learned about yet because, you know, the solar companies that I know just aren't there yet. Yeah. They're getting there, but they just aren't there yet.
Sure.
So, I mean, how does the process, have you been on an install yet or a project with the Tesla?
No, I have not been on an install with the Tesla.
I'm curious.
Were there any pictures in there?
I don't know, but I was curious to see what the install time looks like for a Tesla roof. I've always been curious about that since I've heard about these things. Interesting. Okay, so what do you guys do? Do you guys do municipal, agricultural, and residential?
We do it all.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do commercial, residential, and agricultural.
Really
yeah,
cool.
so we can build a farm if you're in a market that you got a bunch of farmland, you just want to kick a bunch of electricity back on the grid and have Ameren buy it from you and make a bunch of money that way.
There you go.
We're capable of doing that. One of the programs that we do offer, and I'm sure a lot of people have probably heard about it or spoken about it, is we have the no upfront solar program. So we offer leases and loans.
Okay.
So if your credit's above like a 650, you'd actually qualify for the no upfront solar, which essentially just means we install the panels and you don't pay until 90 days after.
You guys got a little bit more of a back end on that.
Yeah.
So, okay, that makes sense because you aren't. It's like a first time home buyers thing where you're not going to pay the $10,000 down payment, but you're still. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you get some assistance in that.
Absolutely, and I mean, we really and truly don't require a down payment on anything.
Really?
If
Okay.
you want to bring that payment
I
lower,
like that.
Monthly payment down, obviously you can put a down payment on, but it's not required.
Cool. Okay.
And typically we are pretty successful in beating what you would be paying the utility.
Oh yeah, I mean 9 times out of 10,
Absolutely,
it's going to more than even out. So what I think's pretty cool, just going a little picture here, you can enter to win a solar system, not the Galaxy, but like an actual solar one for that type of thing that's on your roof there. The last winner. Look at that, 20 grand. That's cool, man. I like this. So we can still enter to win this?
Yes, sir.
I like it, man. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. No, it's awesome. They do a lot of cool stuff.
Heck yeah. I like this a lot.
They do a lot of cool stuff.
I'm a fan, man. Because the best part of this conversation is hearing the transition for you.
Sure.
I mean, this is cool.
And I mean, dude, that was huge. And
awesome.
To go from that company that I was with, that was taking me all around the country, a different place all the time, to be with these guys and that sales meeting we had last week in Springfield, Missouri, they actually brought in one of the state representatives that our company backs, gives them a lot of money to help kind of push that solar initiative. He's a Republican conservative out there. So big fans of that guy. Cool. And then also we actually just started looking into manufacturing our own panels.
Wow.
Which is, I know they put a lot of money into the research on that.
That's huge. Wow.
Yeah, just trying to get it all done.
Man, keep me informed on that.
Dude,
That's interesting.
it's awesome. We're just trying to become as vertically inclined as we can.
Before I let you go, what do you like working with more, residential, municipal, or agricultural accounts?
Personally, I like residential.
Do you?
I like going in and meeting the people. Everybody's different. The amount of people and the variety of personalities that I've come across since working in sales and solar in particularly it's definitely leaves me with some laughs.
With that being said, how can people get you a phone call and get in touch with you and say, hey, let's look into this, let's learn more about Sun Solar? What's the best way to do so?
Yeah, absolutely. So my phone number is going to be 816-648-7035. If you just give me a call on there, that's my work number. Leave a message, we'll get you hooked up. Besides that, my email's lucas.admire@gmail.com.
There you go.
And I'm sure everybody knows how to touch base with you. And then I did want to mention one last thing, and this was kind of more for you. So we do offer this ambassador program as well. So if you go and sign up for that, what you would do is you'd select my name, Lucas Admire, as your sales rep, and then for every referral you send over that installs the solar, you get $1,000.
Man, I need about 5 people to do this today. Man, Lucas, thank you so much. And we'll link everything and all that in the on-demand version of the article. But, man, best of luck with this. It's cool that that you're doing so well with it. And then the best part, again, is hearing that that different
Yeah,
part of that
dude, it
side,
was-
man. That's cool.
It was crazy. Well, I thank you, CJ, and I appreciate you letting me get on here with you, dude. It's been a
Always a ride. We're out of time at 11:02, but I will see you back here tomorrow. We got a full show. Learn more about folks running for public office and just you and I hanging out on a Wednesday. So, with that being said, enjoy your Tuesday, but most importantly, try your best to stay out of jail.